Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
It's really a classic dance thing, you know, like I have the impression that I'm gonna go like that. When I was a kid, you know, I had some years of classic dance and that's why, you know, I know the positions. It's not because of that I have the hair like that today. It's for an obscure reason. We're not gonna talk about it, but no matter what, I'm gonna have the hair like that for the 2 episodes of Vinland Saga that I'm gonna watch today. I didn't say hi. Hello! Hi! I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vinland Saga Season 1, Episode 16 and also 17 today. It's gonna be cool, it's gonna be nice, for sure, even if, you know, with Vinland Saga now, I know the lesson, I know that each episode is different, you know, the mood of each episode is different. One can be for a lot of actions, one can be for really emotional moments, one can be for the characters to make deeper things for them, for their evolutions. One can be also to discuss about some subjects, about this war, the decisions that you're taking during the war and all. And maybe it's a little weird, but during this season 1, like during the 15 first episodes that I watched, the ones that really are into my mind and that I think about a lot when I think about Vinland Saga, at the end, it's this ones, you know, the one with Thorfinn who was, you know, healed by this woman and her daughter, and the fact that at the end is betraying them. And the other one, it was when they attacked that village, you know, and we had this girl who was outside and who saw them killing everyone, including, you know, kids and all. And she had to watch that and she felt responsible of it because she had that day in the ring and all. Like, really, these 2 episodes, they are coming into my mind so quickly, so easily, you know, when I'm thinking about Vinland Saga, even if they are not really, you know, they are little for the characters, about the characters, but they are mostly about all of that subject, about you considering that people are the enemies and all, but in fact they are considering you as the enemies, and for a good reason. You are coming from nowhere to attack them, to steal from them, to kill them all, to torture them and all. And it's awful, so you're their enemies, even if you're considering that you're on the good side, you are their enemies. And you know, when maybe during the first episode that I mentioned, Thorfinn understood that and that was rough for him, he wanted to save this woman at least and all. During the other episode, we didn't have anything about him, you know, maybe being a little conflicted about it. No. Like, really, Askeladd took that decision, that was a war decision for him, because he didn't want to have anyone alive left to say that they were there, you know, that Canute also was there, all of that. And yes, to steal from them, that was just an evidence for him, because also he needed all of this food for his own group, for his men, and he needed really everything. So for him that was a war decision. Thorfinn, we didn't see anything about him, how he felt and all, because he's getting used to that. He's following Askeladd to have his revenge, but with Askeladd, he's doing a lot of bad things and he knows it. And I said it also, like, Thorfinn now is old enough, is strong enough, is clever enough for coming back home at any time if he truly wants it. The fact that he's staying right there, it's to have his revenge for sure, but it means also that he's choosing to not come back home when even into his dreams, his subconscious, his father, is telling him that his family needs him, that he should come back home. Do you understand what I mean? During the previous episode, Askeladd managed to trap Ragnar to kill him. For sure he wants to do something with Canute, and it's better for him if Ragnar is not there to protect Canute to intervene. He said also that it's gonna be great for the kids. Because of that, the kid is gonna be forced to evolve, to be more mature, you know, and all. And I think that is right. It's going with my rule about the fact that at some point the mentor has to die for the hero to shine on his or her own. And right there, Ragnar, we learned it really late during this anime, but Ragnar was in fact the true mentor, the true protector of Canute. He was with the kid in fact since the beginning. So now I'm really like, okay, we're gonna have Canute's reaction, Canute being sad and all. They're gonna lie to Canute and to Thorfinn about what happened and all. Thorfinn, is he gonna believe it? You know, because he knows that Askeladd, you know, he's doing stuff on his own and all, and for how also Ragnar was killed, is he gonna believe it, Thorfinn? Like, if the truth is being discovered quick, it's gonna be because of just Thorfinn being like, no, it did not happen like that. Like, really, the body, you know, see how he was injured and all, it can't be. We'll see. We had also that reveal about Askeladd being related to Arthurus, you know, to Arthur, to all of that legend. I think that it was true, but I think that Askeladd lied, saying that because of that, he's doing everything that he's doing right now for his country, because he wants all of these kingdoms, you know, everyone to have a better place, and that's why he's doing that with Canute and all. Like, since we met Askeladd, we really discovered someone who is only thinking about his own interest, about what can be great for him, about having money and all. And I really don't think that he said the truth right there. I think that he lied. He just needed these kings to be nice with him so he could pass, you know, and all. So how it's gonna be also at the end of this deal, when they're gonna discover the truth then, maybe I'm gonna discover that today. You know, 2 episodes today. We're gonna have Ragnar's death consequences. Maybe we're gonna have the end of that journey, that little trip. Something about Canute, who is evolving a little, it could be great. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that I have a Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, 2 weeks earlier, meaning with 4 episodes of advance, and you have them with an extended reaction part, which is already interesting because I'm not forced to cut, you know, that much and to play with opacity and all. And for big episodes, I prefer to put in fact the full reaction part. And it's really like for Vinland Saga, I put them so much. Like, I think that for the 3 last episodes, I put the full reaction part. And you know, it's only episode 16, and I put a lot of them already before for the episodes that you can imagine. So really, I put a lot of full reaction part already for Vinland Saga. So if you want them, disadvantages, you have my Patreon. Let's go for this episode with really this classic dance hair. I don't know how it's gonna look, you know, on screen, truly.
獅子奮陣のご活躍でした背後からの槍にあえなくご胸中をお察しいたします殿下すぐに出発しますトルフィン絶対におそばを離れるなよ
His mentor, his protector just died, you know.
田中結構じゃんか扱いやすいぜ
He's gonna grow up because of that, you know, he's gonna change. Normally.
お前が今日まで俺についてきたのはなんでだそりゃまあ俺がついていきたかったからだよ俺もさ俺も俺の主を選ぶ俺の主は俺がついていきたくなるような男であるべきだなんてな
No, you're not kidding. What he said to Thors, again, I think that at some point he truly believed so, you know, like, you could have been the one that you would have followed, something like that, he said.
あのままへこんじまって立ち直らんかもしれないぜ その時は見捨てるさ。
Like Thorfinn is gonna let him do that.
一枚の殉教者気取ってやがる。これだからキリスト教とは綺麗な。
What do you need to know? If you're destroying his mouth, you know, he's not gonna be able to talk anymore. Also,
殺すがいい。聞きたいことは3つ。援軍の規模と、それらがここに到着するまでの時間、それと俺たちの存在をどうやって知ったかだ。話せば助けてやろう。貴様らには裁きが。隊長さん、あんた、爪伸びてんな。
oh, you're really not paying attention to things, Askeladd. It's awful, he's torturing the guy, and for sure I hate that, but... No, we're not hiding the bad side of these characters, this story. Yes.
森に暮らし、精霊を崇め、やがてローマ人がやってきた。彼らは支配者だったが、知恵と技術と文化を授けた。最後にお前たちアングル人とサクソン人がやってきた。500年ほど前のことだ。お前たちがケルト人に何ももたらさなかった。
They just conquered.
デーン人がケダモノだってんなら、お前らアングロサクソンも相当ケダモノなんだぜ。
Are you considering that you're half Dane, half Celt?
人の話を聞かない子は先生嫌いだな。
You're gonna get what now? No. Here? Oh, so that's it, you have your response to the two first questions. Yeah? You're afraid of Thorkell. Ooh, the rumor is spreading fast. You're gonna search for. We don't have the time. Yes. Are you gonna force Thorfinn to go? Ooh! You just slapped a priest? You understood that it's more about him accepting Ragnar's death. The fact that he was not afraid of doing that. Yes, I'm afraid for them, like... How dare you? How dare you? He's not giving them a motivational speech, you know? Really just about... I need to do that. You do what you want. You know, he only wants people who believes into him following him. You're gonna have to find. All of the ones who tried to escape, you know? And a lot of them, in fact. No. You don't want people that you can't trust. Destroy the bridge, you know, burn it after you used it. Ah. Can you control yourself a little? Ooh. That's great, you know. He's beginning to be mad. But yes. Nah. But it's costing you time. You're gonna tell them to go all by themselves? You just needed them to be occupied, all of your men, to not pay attention to it? And you can see that they are still discussing your orders, including this too. Seems so. I really thought that this group, at least they had that, you know, the fact that they would follow Askeladd no matter what, because he always showed them that they can. No. But in front of their potential death, it doesn't count anymore, you know. I don't understand, you're not gonna try to escape? Hello! They can see you, you can see them. It's gonna be enough! Not only to reach them, but to kill some of them. Oh, for sure, they're gonna be even more afraid now. I really have an issue with what's happening right now. Loyalty is such a big thing for me. So you don't want to escape, at least not right now? You know, Askeladd, I mean, with Canute, Thorfinn and Bjorn. You're really gonna go after them? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed as hell. I understand the situation, I understand that these guys are afraid, that they are considering that they're gonna die for sure because it's Thorkell, because he has a lot of men and all, and they consider that it's Askeladd's fault, you know, so they don't want to follow him anymore. So right now also they don't want for him to leave, and they are ready to fight him and all. But really, into my personal life, it's such a big thing, you know, loyalty. I value loyalty so much into my personal life. So for sure, into shows, into movies, into books, into animes, into stories in general. When someone is betraying someone else, I'm really taking that almost personally, like, how dare you? And I think that even more right there, because earlier during the season, I think that it was when... Yes, when we had Askeladd revealing the truth about how he was born, you know, with his mother, his father, I think that during this episode I told you guys that Askeladd wouldn't betray his men because okay, he's thinking only about his own interest, but he knows that he has guys following him, and because of that he's gonna stay loyal to them, because also they are staying loyal to him, they are continuing to follow him no matter what, for their own interest, but still, you know, the fact that they have that at least, you know, the fact that they are a loyal team. So to see now that it's not the case, like it was really with 2 steps also, the writers, they made that great about the fact that first step we had some traitors, some deserters, and we could have imagined, you know, that it would happen. For sure it's a loyal team, but it's not a perfect team, so it's logical that some of them are not hesitating at all about leaving Askeladd and just trying to go for Thorkell and all. So okay. But to see that just a few days after that, you know, all of them in fact are thinking about betraying Askeladd. They are all on the same page for that. Even these 2, you know, the brothers, it felt really like a big betrayal for me. I don't appreciate that at all. And also, Askeladd, he saw that, you know, he saw that they could betray him. He saw them talking together. He said to Thorfinn and to Bjorn, be prepared, you know, put everyone into that thing. So I really thought that in fact he was occupying them with the bridge, but he just wanted to run away. No, he wanted still to destroy that bridge. He didn't want to run away, and now that I think about it, it was a little stupid because for sure they have also horses and all, so they would have followed him. But still you thought about something, Askeladd, by saying that to Bjorn and Thorfinn. The fact that Askeladd only trusted Thorfinn and Bjorn. Bjorn because he responded correctly to the question that Askeladd asked him. And Thorfinn because he knows that Thorfinn is right there with them only for Askeladd, only for having his revenge at some point. So Thorfinn is gonna fight with Askeladd to protect Askeladd only because he wants to be the one at some point to kill him. It's Thorfinn's logic, you know, like... Thorkell is just right there. Thorkell is seeing that, people betraying Askeladd. For sure he's enjoying it. I appreciate the fact that he killed all of the first deserters because you can't trust these guys, so you're right to not take them with you. This guy that they tortured again and again, that was awful to watch, but again that's something with this anime that I appreciate, in fact, the fact that they're not hiding the truth, the bad side of all of these stories, of these characters that, okay, we love, but they are dense, you know, into a war, so for sure they are killing, they are stealing, they are torturing, they are raping even, like we had little things about it, but it's the truth, so they're not hiding it, and it's not because it's characters that we love that they're gonna hide it because they don't want for us to have a bad opinion about these characters. I hate that, what they are doing, but I can't help myself but to love these characters. Askeladd right now, I don't know what he can do. We'll see. We had a little of Canute, you know, when he saw that Ragnar was dead, how he reacted. For sure he was shocked, he was sad, he was in a kind of denial, you know. He wanted to stay there, to bury him, and for sure it was because he really considered Ragnar and he wanted that for him. And it's also a big thing, you know, for the religious aspect. But I think a little like Askeladd, that in fact the kid was just into a big denial. Ragnar is dead, let's move on. We don't want to die neither, so let's move on. The fact that Askeladd could slap him, I would have never thought of that, like really. It surprised me so much, and for sure it shocked Canute, someone who dares to do that to him. And after that, we didn't have any moment with him talking or doing something, so we don't know how he took it. We saw that he's getting mad, but He's getting mad at the ones who killed Ragnar, he's getting mad at Askeladd. We don't know for sure how he's feeling right now. Okay, that was something this episode, and the next one it's gonna be the fight Askeladd against his guys, Askeladd, Thorfinn and Bjorn against these guys, and then Thorkell, you know, coming, intervening into the fight. Like, how it's gonna be, I'm not sure, but for sure it's gonna be an episode for actions. Like, this episode, the next one is gonna be really action moments. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm gonna make a little break to eat, and I'm gonna come back today to watch the second episode of the day of this session of binge watching. It's all for you for this video. Remember that if you're watching this on YouTube, you can already have my reactions and my thoughts to the 4 next episodes on my Patreon if you can be interested by that. No matter what, it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.